Hey, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm gonna talk about top 5
best monitors for photo editing.
Starting at number 5.
Dell UltraSharp Up 3218K. With more cameras now providing 8K video recording, some people looking for a monitor for photography may want to stretch to an 8K monitor. One of the few available so far is the Dell UltraSharp Up 3218K. It carries a high price tag, although it's not the most expensive monitor on this list, but when it comes to detail, it really does stand out. Just note that since it was made before HDMI 2.1 and its 8K support arrived, it requires two DisplayPort connections to power all those pixels. It's specialist product, but it's not just the number of pixels that have impressed us with this display, it's what they can show. The display covers 100% Adobe RGB, 100% sRGB, 100% Rec, 709 and 98% DCI-P3 coverage, making it a dream for photo editors that need great color support. We thought it was well built, and the full ergonomic adjustment options work well. And at 31.5 inches, it's not a ridiculous size.
Coming at number 4.
Eizo ColorEdge CG319X. Eizo has a reputation for being the ultimate professional photo editing monitor brand, and the first time you see the clarity, vivacity, and brightness of an Eizo display, it's immediately obvious why its photo editing monitors are so much more expensive than those of competitors. The latest version of Eizo's flagship 31-inch professional monitor, the Eizo ColorEdge CG319X, boasts an unmatched 24-bit lookup table for 10-bit color depth, supporting 99% Adobe RGB, 100% Rec. 709 and 98% DCI-P3 color spaces. It also supports a slightly wider 4K resolution of 4096 by 2160, conforming to the professional DCI 4K standard used by some professional studios. It has a unique built-in hardware color calibration tool that pops down with a click every time the monitor is power cycled, ensuring the colors remain in sync without needing to use a third-party colorimeter. And new to this generation are hybrid log gamma and perceptual quantization for working with HDR video, something that will be of most interest to studios and freelancers working with high-end imagery. The Color Navigator 7 color management software can be used by teams to ensure accuracy across a project.
At number 3.
Dell S2721QS. If stunningly spec'd BenQ or Eizo screens represent too much of an outlay for where you are in your photography career or hobby at the moment, Dell has some great value budget monitors with very good color coverage. We think this one is the best fit for beginner photo editors. The Dell S2721QS covers 99% of the sRGB space, which is the color space you're likely to be using if you only edit images for general digital displays such as for web or social media. Coverage is lacking in other color spaces, and we found contrast to be fairly mediocre, with blacks looking gray in a dark room. However, at under $400/£400, this is very reasonably priced.
Number 2 of my list.
BenQ SW321C. We rate the BenQ SW321C as the best monitor for photo editing for those that have a bigger budget. It's quite a lot more expensive than the BenQ monitor above, but you get a little more color coverage with 99% Adobe RGB and 100% sRGB. You'll probably know if you're a professional who needs that extra 1%, and you can quickly switch between color spaces thanks to a separate control unit. The screen comes expertly calibrated and rocks calibration hardware of its own. We've found the color precision and uniformity across the 4K display to be close to faultless. There are plenty of useful features too. For photographers who print their work, the paper color sync mode helps you create a color space based on your printer and paper type for more accurate previewing. There's also M-Book mode, which makes the screen more closely match a MacBook Pro to allow easy transition between screens. Like the monitor above, this one also supports USB-C with power delivery up to 60 W, so you can connect a laptop and get power and data over a single cable.
And number 1.
BenQ DesignVue PD2706UA. Many of BenQ's monitors are good options for all kinds of visual work, but we think the PD2706UA is the best option for photo editing for most people's needs. Costly professional photo editing monitors like the BenQ SW321C and Eizo displays below have better specs, but they represent an unnecessary expense for most people. We think that with this monitor BenQ got it just right in terms of the balance between price and specs. We loved the ergonomic design of this display with its C-clamp and ergo arm, which saves space on a desk and allows it to be positioned as desired. We also found connectivity needs well catered for with HMDI 2.0, a DisplayPort 1.4, and a USB-C port that can charge a laptop. There's also a USB hub with 3 USB-A and 1 USB-C. With 4K resolution and 350 nits of brightness, the display is sharp and crisp and bright enough for most people needs in photo editing. Color coverage is solid, with 95% P3, 99% sRGB and 99% Rec. .709, and our test results showed a DLT score of less than 3, reflecting accurate Lervdutton, which is one of our biggest priorities when choosing a monitor for photo editing.
Check out this video description for latest price and more informations. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe and stay tuned.